In previous video, we saw how we can have access to different data files such as CSV, Excel or table files using reader nodes in KNIME. In this video, we will continue this process and investigate the output data tables. We will directly create a table of data in KNIME as well. Then, welcome to Intellacct KNIME Micro Learning courses.
Let's go back to our data project workflow. After setting the configuration of a node, you are ready to go to execution step. This yellow light indicates that the node is configured. Execution can be done by right-click, execute or selecting the node and pressing this button on toolbar. Let's start from our table reader node and execute it. As soon as the node is executed, the status of node changes and the traffic light becomes green. Now, you can see the output result. Before that, keep your cursor on output table port. It gives you a brief information about the output data table. For instance, reading the item.table file, the result is consisted of 246 rows and 3 columns. Right-click on node and select Read Table to see the full result. As it was mentioned before, data in KNIME is arranged in tables. This view represents the rows with their representative ID, columns with their dedicated headers and the data values in cells. Red question mark in a cell is indicator of a missing value and the letters on columns is sign of column type. As you can see, the content of the item column is integer while product consists of strings. Such as preview section in node configuration window, here you can sort each column by clicking on its header or render it based on some options through right-click and choosing favorite render. Again, pay attention that the result of these actions is just dedicated to this view and does not change the dataset. If you click on a data cell, its related row and column will be highlighted. On top, there are some tabs and menus. First tab shows the whole table. Selecting this tab, some menus will be shown. These menus aid you to work with output data table interactively. Close item in file menu takes you out of this window. In Edit, you can select how to copy the items of the result table. Highlight menu helps you to distinguish the desired data by colors. You can select wanted data and highlight or unhighlight them and filter the display based upon that. Navigation menu is helpful when you are looking for specific data or particular row. It will find and show you the matching cell. You can modify your search using case-sensitive or regular expression options. In View, you can make some changes on display of the table. For example, height of rows, width of columns and font size can be changed. Moreover, you can resize the heights and widths by dragging the boundaries. Second tab gives some information about the columns such as the header, type, index, the lower and upper bound for number columns and other items such as color, shape or size handler that are applicable when these characteristics are assigned to data. Such as previous tab, sort and rendering options are available. The display of output data table is the same in other reader nodes or any other node with output table port. Just the name of that differs. Let's see this result table in a CSV reader with the name of file table. Here, you can see value columns rather than lower and upper bound. These values are illustrative of qualitative data. Pay attention that wherever these items are not applicable, for instance upper bound for a string type, a red question mark is shown.
In addition to external sources of data, you can create your own table of data in KNIME by Table Creator node. Let's create this table together. We can do it by using Table Creator node. Configuring this node, in Dialog window, a blank table has been provided for you. By double-clicking on row, you can define the row properties and assign suffix or prefix to row IDs. Furthermore, you can delete or insert a row if you right-click on it. Similar to row, column properties can be defined as well. Double-click on a column and define its name and type among diverse ones. In Miss Value Pattern box, you can define a pattern for specifying missing values in your data. As default, it is blank. It means blank cells will be displayed by red question mark as missing values in output table. In domain, you can define the value for nominal data or the lower and upper bound for numbers. If you don't set them, KNIME will automatically assign them based on the data value you are working with. Right-click on a column, let you insert new column. Change its type or delete it. For defining the value of each cell, you can write in input line or directly in each cell. On bottom right, checking Highlight Output Table box helps you see the table clearly. After execution, the output table can be reached through right-click Manually Created Table.
Beside files, KNIME is capable to connect to diverse databases and get data from them. Moreover, data can be gathered through application programming interfaces. These APIs are various. For instance, anytime you use social networking apps such as Facebook or Twitter, utilities such as Dropbox or web services, you are using one of them. Gaining data from databases and APIs with KNIME are some concepts that we will discuss later in advanced courses. Just pay attention that in order to bring unstructured data such as images in KNIME, you need to install their dedicated nodes from KNIME extensions. For instance, for using Image Reader node, you need to install Image Processing extension. This can be done through File, Install KNIME extension, or Help, Install new software. We showed the process in KNIME Analytics Platform video. As the last step in this video, let's save the workflow. You can do it by file, save like most of other software. Pay attention that by saving the file, the star mark on top of workflow will disappear. By any change in your workflow, the star will appear again. Hence, the star mark indicates that your workflow has not saved yet.
In this video, we navigated the different parts of output data tables and learned how to gain more information through working with them interactively. In addition, we created a sample data table in KNIME. In next video, we will see how data exploration can be done in KNIME Analytics Platform. Until we meet again, just keep KNIMing.